I will destroy swords with my axe, just like my father did.
Following that travesty, we have Mario Maniac's Ross.
Fitting because Ross is boss.
Ross is not boss, Roy is not our boy, and Ike is not fighting for his friends.
Nim,
Shut up.
just shut up and let me have this one.
His son.
Just let me have this one.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Ike has friends.
By the way, I love Mario Maniac actually gave him like the stupid Mario mustache.
Yes,
What the
It's great.
Hey man. Oh dude, he gave him the broom too to make it look like he's a maintenance guy.
Resident plumber.
there are too many memes in this one.
There's so many layers to
Just
this.
bottom 10.
There's no such thing as too many memes.
Alright, his father's son, well actually more like Mario ripoff here. Mario Maniac, 40 plus 10, 9 flowers, 1 flower off. How do you guys all end up being 1 flower off? What are you doing? What are you actually doing?
Just to trigger you.
They're
Fine.
just not trying hard enough.
Fine. 40 plus
It's now
10
a
was,
tradition.
you guys have done it so many times. 62 attack, I do agree. Plus attack, Ross is really, really good. I feel like if you're going plus speed, Echidna does it better. I feel like you're going plus res, Mustafa does it better. So Ross is that middle point for either plus HP or plus attack. So 58 HP, 62 attack, plus attack, 40 speed, 37 defense, and 30 res. This is a super awesome build though. Dex Swallower plus, rally defense res plus, Moonbow, attack speed push 4, Lol speed defense 3, threat attack speed 3, and speed res solo 3. Wow, this is absurdly good. So he essentially has low attack defense, low speed defense as well. He just has to stay alone, and if he stays alone, he has a speed wrestle on top of that. Then attack speed push 4 as well, so attack and speed plus 7. And then if he's baiting heroes, he also has the threat and attack speed to help even more. The only thing I'm just like kind of scratching my head on is why the heck are you using Moonbow? That's legitimately the only thing I'm just like, why? But all right, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so attack defense -5. Speed defense -3, attack speed plus 7. So that is looking like, let's start with attack. 69 attack. Gets to 74, 77. That's pretty good. 77 effectively. Speed goes from 40 to 6, 3, another 7, so 17, 57 speed. Wow, that's really good. Additionally, if he baits, it gets into a 10-point swing again, so even better. Defense is effectively 42. Wow, that is solid. And his res is effectively 6, 5, 11. Yeah, just 11. So he has 42 defense effectively and 41 res, as well as 77 attack and 57 speed. Why are you making me calculate this? Holy crap. Okay, anyways, this is a great Ross. Those are absurd stats. And he has the lulls for speed, defense, and attack. As long as he's alone, he'll kill anything. There you go. God Slayer Ross.
I feel bad because this Ross is better than mine.
You are promptly sending your Ross home as we speak.
But yeah, this is a incredible Ross because it's just a giant ball of stats and he has a bunch of lulls, so it's really, really hard to stop him. And additionally, having the threat and attack speed is just really nice. Again, the only thing that's just triggering the heck out of me, are you seriously telling me this guy had Moonbow? Like, this is not a mistake. He just actually wants Moonbow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That was actually what was on the thing.
Okay, I'm so confused. That's the only thing I find a bit weird. You could literally use anything else.
Maybe no fodder for Glimmer, I guess.
But I just saw Glimmer.
I think you would take Glimmer because you hit hard enough where Glimmer makes more sense, generally speaking.
I think you should use passive.
Anyways, Godly Ross, I like the build a lot. I would say you probably wanted something to make use of his high HP, but like, honestly, who even cares anymore? You can do whatever you want. Good job, Mario Maniac. Yes, he kills swords. Yes, I'm very well aware from this. Just the Moonbow just triggers me. I don't even think he needs Moonbow. If you're hitting 77 at base, you don't even need a damaging special, you know?
Disgusting.
I will not allow those who slither in the dark to stand in the way of my path.
Fox, if you would be so kind. Next we have Fluffballs' Brave Edelgard.
Did you? Are you okay? It's like you can't speak anymore.
Huh? Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. I mean, you've been forgetting a lot of things.
Ask if he had like an allergy and had an allergic reaction or something.
No, it just hurts every time I try to read Edelgard's name.
Well, his name is Adel Emblem.
Edelgard.
Adel Emblem. By the way, guys, I hope you realize how like freaky it is to stick somebody else's hair onto your helmet. In this case, onto your hair. Like, is there a reason? Whatever. Jill's.
It makes her look.
It looks like the Flame Emperor's thingy.
It looks like a less impressive Flame Emperor.
What the?
Yeah.
What the? I'm not. Okay, sure, whatever. Anyways, Adel Emblem.
Play on the meme that she stole his name for her title.
I'm just gonna say, wow, this is... I'll be honest, in terms of Edelgard's build, like, I think the only way you switch her build too much is if you're crazy, because there's no reason to,
Is this crazy enough for you?
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, 40 plus 10 with 5 flowers is real nice. 51 HP, 69 attack, 21 speed, 48 defense, and 40 res. Go plus attack, of course. Honestly, it's because you probably could get away with some one-shot kills, so why not go for plus attack? Everything else is pretty standard. There's really no reason you should change her build, and that's it. I don't know.
You want to read out the special?
The only thing that did confuse me was, again, just like the last one, why Ruptured Sky? Moonbow, Ruptured Sky are kind of funky here. Anyways, let's do the calcs.
See, you know why?
She wants to kill dragons?
No,
Well, that
she won
and
this
it's from the professor.
Oh, she killed her. What the? She's okay. She's always with Byleth now. She did it. They're always together,
She had to learn it from somewhere.
I guess. Okay, so real quick calcs. 51 HP, 69 attack, 21 speed, 48 defense, 40 res. This is the reason why I want to make a plus 10 Edelgard myself. She's just so hard to deal with at this point. With Mirror Stance and Joint Drive res, that's 48 res, 48 defense. And of course, because of Flower Hulk Claire dropping their attack by 6, effectively works as 54 defense and 54 res. And of course, once you hit her, she hits you back with Ruptured Sky, though usually it's noontime, but I get it. And she has not 69 attack, 65, 75, 79, 79 attack, and of course, damage reduced on the second shot. But yeah, very good. I don't really know what else to change except for her special, because that's the only thing I find a bit weird. I guess you hit her and then you just explode.
Wow, he actually foddered said to that.
There's really nothing you should do with her build. Drop Mirror Stance on, drop Distant Counter, the Distant Ward, and then you just switch to special. I don't know, her base special is good. Ruptured Sky is good too, but yeah.
All Brave Edelgards just scare me.
Yeah, the way to beat Edelgard is to somehow do damage on her and then run null follow-up, because if she can't counterattack, then you're a lot safer. Generally speaking, she's running a healing special, so she doesn't do too much damage. If she's hitting you twice, you're probably still gonna die. So null follow-up is the key. Being red is the key. Her defense and res is usually too balanced, so hopefully baiting her in to attack you with null follow-up is how you deal with her. But it's not the easiest to do. In the hands of a player, it's really hard to deal with her, because if she's baiting you, that 80% damage reduction on the second hit really clinches things for her. She still counts as armored, which is probably your one biggest way of dealing with her. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't know. Huh?
There's only one unit that I can think of that can really deal with her, and it's really weird, but Dancer Micaiah. Just
Right.
because she's magic and effective against armor,
Yeah.
she might do just enough.
You have to basically one-shot Edelgard immediately. If not, the Black Eagle rule really screw things over.
Maybe Marth, the one with the rapier?
Oh, personally, I've had that engagement before, and Edelgard actually does really well there, because Marth's base defense is not high enough. Unless you're running a damage reduction Marth, then yeah, things start changing there. But
Yeah.
because if you don't, Edelgard can actually still win that fight. It's crazy, because Edelgard can fight through a lot of these damage effective builds. It's just like the Micaiah talk earlier. If she doesn't one-shot Edelgard actually just kills her in one shot.
'Tis true.
Edelgard isn't God, you know. I'm actually thinking nowadays that maybe Hector might be better, just because he doesn't have the damage reduction, but he's not armored, so he doesn't have as many weaknesses overall. Young Sheeta does not beat Edelgard. I've actually seen that engagement. Young Sheeta actually loses, because she can't one-shot Edelgard.
Yeah, what I was thinking for the meme that would fit this, if you've ever seen the heavy meme from TF2, it's I fear no man, but that thing scares me.
Yes.
I want to stay by your side and keep learning from you, so I plan to do just that.
Okay, well, let's see Mr. T's build with Princess Knight Minerva, 40 plus 10 plus 7. By the way, I always felt Minerva was kind of strange, right? Because look at this build. Isn't this like a attack pose? Like, she just swung her pole axe, Dragoon axe. Kind of funky like that, but whatever. 40 plus 10 plus 7. 47 HP, 60 attack, 46 speed, 45 defense, 24 res. Not fruited? Really? Who'd you fruit then?
I actually haven't fruited anyone because I kind of took a little break from Fire Emblem Heroes because I've been focusing on my game room a little bit more. I mean, when you have 975 games and you've added about 70 in the last month, you have to make some room in the game room.
Okay. Well,
I don't
okay.
blame you for taking a break from Faye, though.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. With that said, though, Minerva just
Well, thank
lacking
you for the
3
support.
flowers. So the reason why I was going to question this build was, isn't this just a base build? She comes with Dragoon Shield, she comes with Flower Formation. Virtually everybody gives her Gale Force. She's one of the best Gale Force heroes in the game, though Joe came and kind of just showed her what's up. But that said, still, she's still really, really good there. Gold Flyers are super cheap, and Heavy Blade Gale Force makes perfect sense. This is super plain, but at the same time, it kind of works because Dragoon Axe adds another 4 defense, so 49 defense effectively base. She doesn't really need like Desperation or something like that.
Yeah, and with her axe as well, she'll also be able to hit 50 speed. So I mean, definitely pretty good Gale Force stats right there.
You know, I was expecting like one of the rain skills, speed, defense, rain from Jill, or attack. Yeah.
You know, again, I really haven't been investing a whole lot of time in this game lately, so I mean, my apologies for not really blowing you guys away.
What I would say is, I feel like Heavy Blade, it's not enough attack for me.
Yeah.
personally.
Really?
Because
So-
64 attack nowadays at plus 10 engagements might not be enough. The game is just headed towards that direction.
If you're gonna do a trait fruit, do attack, and then you can always add attack speed. Ryan, just
Actually, I'll still go for speed though.
you'd still go for speed?
Yeah, just because to make sure
Yeah.
she doubles. Because if she doesn't double, the Gale Force thing completely falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
And then maybe add, I can't ever think of that skill. The new B skill that
Dive
yeah,
bomb?
dive bomb. You could always add dive bomb.
No,
to
it's called
this.
Dust Box.
Yeah, it's called, I can't remember.
Okay, fine. It does feel like there's a bit of bias because it's super basic, but at the same time, the only things I would have changed was Dive Bomb for B, and then for C, I would have done from one of the rain skills. Either one of them would have been really good here.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely take that into account. And when I get back into the Fey ring, I'll go ahead and I'll make that happen. I appreciate it.
Because since Dragoon Axe only works over your opponent's 100% anyways, yeah, it just makes so much more sense. It's synergetic to run Dive Bomb, and then, of course, rain skills are just OP, so between that.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways, I will say, at least, at the very least, at the very least, Minerva is one of the best Gale Force heroes in the game, so it does make sense. As long as you run Dragoon Axe, Gale Force, you're basically set. And in almost most situations, I would not take off Dragoon Shield, just because it's anti-flyers and attack speed, defense +3. Yes, there's no res, but who really cares? So, fair enough.
Sorry, I'm just really excited now. Today just got a lot better.
Alright, great. Alright, anyways, yeah, not much more. It's still fair.
No matter what comes, I will stay by your side. I promise.
Alright, at number 2, we've got Jazz's legendary Julia. You like Jazz?
I actually thought we'd see the new Julia, but yeah, you did say legendary.
This is better, Julia Nims.
Whoa, what the hell? This is a speed Julia. All right, real quick. Crusader of Light Julia, 40 +10 +5. Julia is one of those surprising heroes in the game where you fight her and you think she should be a pushover, but she ends up not being a pushover. Wow. I did not think we'd see a speed Julia. That's something that not a lot of people would do.
Caught a lot
That is
of our
interesting.
eyes.
Yeah. Anyways, her stats. 45 HP, 68 attack, 43 speed, 19 defense, and 36 res. Virtuous Naga, drawback, Draconic Aura, Life and Death 4, Light and Dark, Pulse Smoke 3, and Speed Res solo. So with Light and Dark dropping all your opponent's stats by 2 and making sure they can't be buffed with anything at all, it's actually surprisingly difficult to deal with her. Because once the Speed Res solo triggers, she gets to 49 speed. By dropping her speed by 2, it's now 51. Am I even speaking? By the way, she can get 5 more flowers, so 51, possibly 52 speed Julia. That actually is making sense. And her res is still pretty effective at 42, 44 effective, so she's not afraid of mages. And because, yeah, she's not afraid of mages at all. And because she gets attack res +6 during combat, her res is still 50. Wow. That is absurdly surprising. And then of course her defense is 19, 21, and then with 45 HP, you can't kill her in one shot. Wow, this build actually makes sense. Like, it's actually effective.
So it works. My only concern is I think she's probably going to do so much damage that I don't know if she'll have, like, she probably won't double most of the time because she's going to just be doing that much damage.
I
Right.
say that's kind of the point.
She can double
kind
her
of a
opponents,
nuker.
but she can also just kill them one shot because it's
She's a nuker.
74. 76.
She'll probably do good against green units. That's as much as I can see speed working out the most.
As Anaron just says, can't go wrong with Speed Julia. Actually, I've never seen a Speed Julia until now. Like, I've seen Attack Julias. Like, Speed Julias are actually surprisingly rare, even though, as we just saw here, it makes so much sense. It actually works so well.
Yeah, I have a speed Julie too. It's just mine's attack.
Oh, well, that's not quite the same. All right, so I got nothing for this. I like this build a lot. The only thing is, do you really want Draconic Aura? Because that res is effectively 42, 48, 48. So you'd be 24 damage from Iceberg instead. 74 times 30. Let's do a calc real quick. 0.3 is 22.2. So I think if you go Iceberg, you get more damage than Draconic Aura, but it's close. It's 22 versus 24, and you might lose it because of the speed res solo, so it's a trade-off of 2 points. There's more consistency if you go for Draconic Aura. All right, it's fair. Yeah, I think the speed also helps a lot with the repel, getting rid of the repel builds and whatnot. Spurn, close call, whatever. The entire idea is if she fights somebody like, for example, Fallen Ike, all of a sudden she just, instead of like, you know, attacking one time and getting doubled back, she just attacks and kills him in one shot. I mean, she wouldn't even get double back because it's a speed Julia, so it completely catches those builds off guard. Yeah, Life and Death kind of feels out of place at the same time, but it works so well.
Like, her res is still solid enough that it can take the -5 hit.
And because her HP is still high enough, and her defense, thanks to Light and Dark, your opponent can't even be buffed, so it's unlikely to one-shot her either way.
He only has one weakness, and that's axes.
Yeah, so like a Brave Axe Shurshi or something would absolutely, well, not Brave Axe, but her personal axe would take this Julia. But yeah, not a lot of general weaknesses, and she's still effective against dragons, so great build.
You are this world's hope. By protecting you, I'll help keep the darkness at bay.
Alright, number one spot, the best unit of this session, better than all of your other units, is Weebs' Brave Celica.
Wait, you're serious? I didn't even know he built anyone other than Sakura. All I remember from Weebsabix was just, I love Sakura. And you can't tell me Sakura sucks.
I also remember that we had him in one of our top 10s originally, and then we tore him to fucking shreds because his Sakura was trash.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm so surprised that Sakura's like used to make all these.
This is the redemption arc.
Redemption arc.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is the literal redemption arc.
Holy fuck, he actually got to a +10 Brave Celica. What happened? Did he spend? He's a whale.
16 though.
He's a whale now, guys, because I swear to God, he did not have such good heroes before. This Celica is amazing. Can someone ask Weeb like how much money he spent on this like amazing Celica?
This is post-time skip Weebs.
All right. Well, 40 + 10 + 12 flowers, three flowers off, of course. Weebs doesn't, you know, get flowers. What tier is he? Tier 16. Yeah, the flower life is kind of hard here. 40 HP, 58 attack, 49 speed, 35 defense, 30 res. Plus attack, I can agree with that just because she goes so stupidly quick. Who even cares anymore about going plus speed? I've seen Celicas hit like 70 something speed. I don't know if she's hit 80, but it just goes too quick. Who even cares anymore at that point? So for those who forgot, Royal Sword is one of the most broken weapons in the game. Speed +3, if unit initiates combat or is within 2 space and ally, grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack, aka she's going to trigger a Gale Force pretty damn easy. Additionally, at start combat, if unit's HP is 25% or higher, grants attack speed, defense, res +5 during combat, and also after combat, grants special cooldown -1 and restores 7 HP. This is especially useful because with Royal Sword, if she's near 2, she gets -2/-2, so it's 1 cooldown. Now there's no Gale Force, but if you have an ally, well actually, if you're just alive and over 25% HP, you get 1 more cooldown and Gale Force now triggers. And of course, by healing up 7, you keep the double iron effect. And you take the 1 damage, but you also heal 6, so it's a net gain of 6. And then with attack speed solo 4, defense smoke, and Swift Sparrow 2, it's really about calculating how hard you hit. And the reality is it's 5 + 7 + 4. That's 16, so you hit 74. And your speed is 4, 7, 5, 65. You're not scared of Spurn, close call, or whatever the shit, because there's no way you're outspeeding Celica at this point. Is there really a point to look at the defense and res? I would say yes and no. No, because she should be killing most things before they can counterattack, and then she can use Gale Force to back out or keep pushing. But if she does find herself in combat, she not only has effectively 40 defense and 35 res, but she's also healing HP after every battle. So her actual defense and res, while it's not crazy high because of the extra 70 HP healing, she's actually absurdly difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We've definitely
Fantastic.
redeemed himself about a year and a half later.
This is post-time skip Weebs.
Post time skip Weebs, yep. Jaws is saying loses to any tank with QR, but that's not true because, again, the damage is 74, and the crazy thing is because it's double Lion, you don't have 70 defense, right? Even if you had 60 defense, with double Lion, she's hitting 14, 14, 14, 14. You will still die. Like, the tanks don't take her that easily. Okay, fine. If you have color advantage as well, then things change, but it's not that easy. Double Lion is ridiculous. Double Lion turns your weapon into a brave weapon. Don't get it mixed up. Even if it's a tank with QR, they're gonna struggle struggle to beat her.
It's all about getting to that second hit, which that right there is the challenge in itself.
Yeah, most heroes don't even take the first 2 hits, but yeah, if they can, then yeah, things might change.
So the only thing that I would prefer personally is I would probably have attack speed push 4. I'm usually not a big fan of solos myself.
The problem with push is that it's 5, 1, and then this is 7, but it takes away any leeway you had. Like if you take any kind of damage.
Yeah, and she'll still heal. It's that 1 HP, man.
Yeah, but then if you take anything above 1 damage, then you basically fall out of the cycle for
Double lion. I mean,
whereas before you do have a little bit of extra breathing room, so you can take a little bit of damage here and there and still be okay.
Yeah, so it's up to the player. I would argue because of her role and her aggressive nature, she should be able to like outpace her allies and be alone. So I'm not so worried about that part. Yeah, I personally would not change anything. I just really like her as is. I do think instead of Swift Sparrow, I do like Sturdy Blow or something. I think you're going fast enough is what I will say. The extra bit of defense just in case they can tank her could be enough to keep her not just alive, but keep her in double line percentage. Again, you have a leeway of 7 HP. But yeah, that's about all. I think you did a great job. I just want to know how much money you spent on this Celica, because there's no way I think this guy saved up the orbs for her. There's no way, because weebsabix just can't help himself but build like shitty Sakuras everywhere. So
the sad thing is you're right.
I'm right. Okay, so okay, I want to know. He needs to tell me. I know he's gonna watch this video once it becomes a video, and then I still remember like he made a top 10 or some kind of video before, and it's just me like talking shit about him, and he's like really sad in the comment section. That was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, that's basically what happened the first time we put a Sakura in there, because we literally tore it apart and literally just said that, we want to put this in as a tutorial as to what needs to be improved.
This is that's kind of what we did for this Edelgard one time when we were doing bottom 10.
Anyways, I love teasing weebs.
Yeah, that's basically like the best thing to do. I mean, if anything, that's probably the best reason to come back to the server if you've already